Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Mal'Damba today with his new skin. It's not that new, but a lot of people don't even know it's in the game, which is why I want to make this video. I'm not sure exactly which direction I'm taking it in for like the loadouts and stuff. I'm pretty much just going to decide as we go along, so I'm not sure really what I want to play with just yet, but I definitely want to show off the skin, which is, again, relatively new. It's called Shiro. It isn't 100% new because it is essentially just a recolor. I think the effects are even the same, but pretty much every time I see somebody use this skin, there's a bunch of other people in the game who are like, wow, that's the first time I've seen it. So hopefully this way more people can find out about it and maybe, you know, get it from the bounty store, because that is the way that it was kind of made an exclusive, which is why a lot of people don't know about it, because the bounty store is also kind of new. And yeah, just in case you didn't know and you've maybe never seen it before, Shadow Lord is pretty much what it's based off of. I played one game with it. I don't actually have it unlocked, so I will have to use a skin booster to grab it. But for the build, which is going to be kind of a secondary part to the video, I have 4 different setups here. The one with the gourd, which I've covered before, the standard one for Mal'Damba, which is just the speed buff, then one that's a little bit more focused on sustain, and then finally the 4th one, which is one that doesn't actually run Eerie Presence, which I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about in this video, because I might make that a separate one entirely because of the fact that everybody runs this card, and if you don't, you probably should be, unless you're really good with Mal'Damba and you just never miss. But even then, like I've probably said before, every time I see somebody play Mal'Damba and they're really good, they still have this card as just a backup, because the right click isn't 100% reliable and it's just nice to have. So I reckon I'll just stick to these 3 and we'll pick one depending on the situation. I might go for a hybrid thing, but I'm expecting to just play it as a healer. I'm going to queue for Onslaught and Siege. I'll make sure I do at least one of each. If you've got any recommendations for stuff you want to see me cover, because this one's been on my list for ages and the people that know about it have been asking me to cover it and talk about it for a while, definitely let me know, because I go through the comments, and whenever I see something that's a good idea, I usually just add it to the list, and then I get around to covering stuff eventually. My list for videos is pretty much always being updated, so if you've got any recommendations, feel free to also just hit me up on Twitter and, you know, tweet at me with it. We'll go ahead and grab our Mal'Damba. We've got Siege Jaguar Force for game 1. As you can even see from the menus, it does look really good. Shoutouts to Guerrero, definitely played with him before. Feared, Doom, Palabu, and also Sexy Girl. I'm guessing that's how you read out those names. It's freaking hard for me to follow chat. I think they're also talking Spanish in there, but we've got a Baraka, Ying, and a Ceres. Cassie is our last pick, so we've got triple support, although I think Ceres is going for stun, Ying is going for hybrid. I'm going to be going for full healing, I think. Baraka hasn't got his health increase just yet because the patch hasn't gone live, so he's going to have a bit of a tough time against Serenara and Mokoa and Terminus and Grok and Damba. This is a very interesting kind of team composition, but I'm down for it. I feel like it does make sense though for me to go for Rakona's Wrath, because my healing is obviously going to get kind of screwed because they're going to get a ton of Cauterized, so I think it makes more sense to go for the one that's going to give us a bit of extra damage, and then I guess we can go for the speed one. I feel like that kind of makes sense. This is just a really weird matchup. There's an Inspect for a quick little look at the Snaky Boy. We'll go ahead and grab some Cronus and some Nimble. Sure, we got Fortify, Resonance, Exaction, Mortal Reach, Decimation, Mother's Grace, Ripened Core, Totemic Ward, and Half Shade. He's already going for Resilience too. Okay, heal onto the Ying. We'll throw a Q. Frame rate and server stuff has been a little bit weird today on EU Paladins. The effects on this skin are, I'm pretty sure, different than how they usually are. I don't play that much with the other Mal'Damba ones, so I actually don't know. They did get rid of our Barrack, which is a bit of a shame because the rest of us are all up. We'll throw a stun over there, which I guess I missed. Heal for the Ying. The Makoa's pushing up a little bit aggressively. That's the stun onto the term. There we go. There's the objective loss. We didn't even get on there to tree the overtime. Did we even get any percentage of it? I'm not really surprised because they have triple tanks. Obviously at the start here, they're going to have a pretty big advantage. Their Mal'Damba went for the ult. I did try and heal him. There's an ultimate for a bunch of them. I think it's going to make a difference. So there's my F. Right click for her. I'm going to try and hide a little bit. There's a stun, but nope, they're just going to steamroll us because they have triple tank and double healer for the start. I feel like I'm going to have to play as a bit of a hybrid. There's a heal for him and a Q, but obviously he's gone. There we go. There is the defense failed. What a weird goddamn game, but 0-2, fair enough. I feel like they definitely deserve to get the point there. We'll go ahead and grab some Death Hands. Cassie just saying there in the chat that who plays 3 tanks at 3 AM. It is, of course, a weird time when I'm recording. Barrack saying, what a joy. I will say the effect on this skin are a little bit too much for me. I know for sure a lot of people will really like them, but for me, it makes my left click really messy. I don't feel like it needs that many layers of effects, but that's obviously just my personal preference. I prefer usually the more simplistic sort of skins for the most part. Ying is saying that I should go for a healer, not a troll. I mean, I'm playing kind of as healer Mal'Damba. I'm just also dealing a little bit of damage there on the side. Right click there for the Barrack. I don't feel like it would really make sense for me to go for like a full healer setup, considering we've got freaking Ceres going for Mortal Reach, but maybe I'm wrong. That is Grok going for the ult. I'm going to go ahead and throw mine. Tried to right click him. There we go. There's a Q as well, but he is gone. There's an F jumping on here to try and hold it, but I managed to do it for a couple seconds at least until I died. I reckon we're really just going to struggle trying to output damage because Cassie can do it pretty well. I can't really. I'm playing as a hybrid. Ying can't really. She's doing the same thing. Ceres is going for full healer setup, and that is going to be the objective loss. Pop to the F to dodge the term. There's a stun for him. He's gone. I reckon he's going to go for the ult. I'm going to try and get around the corner. Didn't realize that was a Mal'Damba stun. I definitely deserve to die there. I probably could have juked the other way, but at the same time, Makoa and Ara were going around. So I think I was kind of dead there regardless. Barrack also got kind of cleared. Sarah's just going for the ult. Mako is going for his as well. I don't know if I'd say they have a try-hard team comp, but for casual stuff, that is just one of the worst ones to try and go against. He's on like no health, so I'm going to push up. There's an F away. Thank you for the heal there, Ceres. Stand onto the Inara. We got rid of the term. She is gone as well. We'll throw a Q there. I'm going to F myself inwards onto it and then try and get a right click to the barrack. That missed. Barrack is still holding on here. I really do not know what this game is. It's one of the weirdest ones I played in a minute. There's a right click over to him and also the Q. We'll go ahead and throw the ultimate. That should get us something. Maybe I'm just going to throw over some left clicks. They're down again for the same thing. This is just an absolute mess. Pop the F to get onto it, I guess. Throw a Q down. There's a heal for her. There's a reload onto the Makoa. Sure, there's a reload onto the Inara. I really don't think it's going to make a difference because I'm pretty sure they've got the 0-4. I don't know why Cassie isn't ulting. Ceres does need to have it. Throw a Q just here. We already hit him with a right click. There's a stun. There goes the Grok as well. Stun for him another time. He does have his ultimate up. I'm guessing he's going to go for it. There's a Q and a right click onto the barrack. Sure, there's a stun because I'm just using the reload for damage. There we go. Inara is gone. There goes the term as well. I feel like if I don't play as a damage here, we're going to be screwed. I feel like I should play as kind of a hybrid because if I do go for full heal, it's going to be kind of redundant because Ceres is already healing for a ton. You guys are healing for quite a bit as well. They have max Quarterize on Makoa, max Quarterize on Mal'Damba, and Grok don't have it. They're both going for peel setups, which is actually kind of interesting. And taking everything into consideration, the tank's actually doing a pretty damn good job. But damage-wise, there's a heal, there is that, there is an ultimate as well, which I think I threw a little bit too far back. That is the Damba ultimate. I'm spamming my F, but there's just so much stuff going on. She's going for the ultimate. They're pushing into the backline. Barrack is on the objective, like he always is. Throw a Q all the way over, heal for her. Hello, Makoa. I feel like I could actually maybe win a fight against you. I'm not really sure, though. There's another reload for him. Okay, he's gone. We can F ourselves in. Heal for the Ceres. She doesn't even need it. I'll throw that over the wall so we can get a bit of a heal. Throw a Q there. Right click for him. I just kind of ignored the term. I'm kind of pushing around the side a little bit. I throw the Q on the floor for the freaking big heals. Missed the stun on the Inara. I do have the ultimate up, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw that to make sure we get the wipe. She's gone. Okay, I guess we're getting another point. Ying went for the ultimate, but I didn't hear any sound effects. She's actually getting kind of battered. She teleported at like the last possible second. We also got rid of Makoa. Missed the stun on the Damba. That one landed, I think, but he went ahead and used his ultimate. I think they're trying to run in again. There's a stun, and there is the objective captured. We actually got it. The only person with resilience is terms. Everybody else actually gets screwed pretty damn hard from stun. Hit him with a right click. It's definitely one of the most hectic matches I've played in a minute, and I'm definitely loving it. There is another reload for the Makoa. Throw a Q just there and a right click onto the barrack. I reckon the numbers for this one are going to be just mental. There's another reload onto him. It's just so much stuff blocking damage as well. The Makoa shield, the term Q. I'm going to try and pop the F. There's just so much shit. There's a heal for her. I'm going to go ahead and throw the ultimate to maybe throw some people off. I don't know. Stun for him. Ceres went for the ult as well. There's a Q on the floor. Stun for the term. He's on like no health. Tried to heal the Ying, but she's gone. Stun for her. There's another one over there. Gonna just F myself away. Thank you for the heal, Ceres. This game is such a mess. Missed the reload. Stun for him, which landed. I'm definitely gone, though. I don't really know where I could have possibly ran to there. Maybe I should have gone back with the Ceres. Probably would have been a better idea. Throw some more reloads over. There's just so much stuff blocking. That goddamn Makoa shield is annoying as hell. That's Damba going for the ult. I also got hooked by the Koa, obviously. Pop the F, get out of the way. Thank you for the heal there. Inara, there is the ultimate, which just got blocked by her wall. There is a fear on him, which actually worked. I kind of stunned him out of it a little bit. He's definitely gone here, though. He's in the middle of everybody. Maybe that was intentional. He thought he was going to go for the ultimate. There's a heal onto the barrack. She's throwing the ultimate. I did get stunned. There's a heal onto the Cassie. We'll throw the Q just there. I reckon the half shell is probably the most annoying thing right now alongside the term block, but I don't think we're going to get this in overtime, and I'm going to give it an effort. I'm trying to get a stun every now and again when I can. There's an ultimate, there's a heal, there's a Q, but there is the push failed. I didn't realize I was the only one holding it there. I thought more of the team were paying attention to the objective, but I guess not. 2-3. This is a mental game. Barrack had master riding, so he's on the point first into round 3. That Makoa shield is just freaking deadly. Throwing a Q on the point. There's a right click for him as well, but he is a goner. That Makoa shield really does body us. I'm just going to just spamming in some more reloads as I heal. That Ceres went for the ultimate, but I'm pretty sure that got pretty heavily blocked. Throw a Q just there. There's a stun for the Koa. My stun is putting people out of action. I'm being told to heal more by the team, so I am trying to do a better job with that, but at the same time I do have to output some damage whenever I can. Looks like he's going for the ultimate. Okay, there's my ult back. There's a stun for the Makoa, heal for the Cassie. We got rid of the Koa. There's a stun for her, right click and a Q. Don't know how the hell we're holding on to this. As a heal for the Ying. We stunned the Inara. I'm just trying to stun the people who aren't termed so we can actually put them out for like a second and a bit. Make sure we don't lose the overtime here. There's a Q for him. Got rid of the Damba. That's the hook from the Makoa. There's my F backwards. Heal for the back. He can't deploy his shield at least when he's in the ult. Heal for the back. Just throwing out my stuff when I can. There's an ultimate as well. There's a heal. There is the Q. There's another stun. There, Grok went for the ult. We stunned the Inara. Stun for the term. There's another one. Hit him with another heal. There's a Q. I honestly don't feel like I can breathe in this game. This is hectic. And there we go. There is the defeat. We got feared off of it. I feel like they deserved the win. To be honest, they played really, really well. I feel like we also did a really, really good good job. That definitely was not what I was expecting for my game one, trying to show off the Shiro skin there, having to play damage Damba, because if I went for heals there, I don't feel like I'd have been doing very much. Yeah, there we go. There are the stats. Shoutouts to Dark Master and Sohail0090. I don't really know why he feels like that was an easy win, wants to call us noobs and stuff. I don't feel like they really did that much better than us. It was mainly just the team comp, if you're gonna ask me. Did a pretty good job though, can't really give him too much crap. We'll go through the stats top to bottom. The Ying did a really good job, the Cassie also did, so did the Ceres. I feel like I didn't do too bad, 160k damage there with 61k healing. I will happily take that. And then Abarak also did a pretty good job. As a team, I think we did solid, but that game was definitely leaning in their favor, in my opinion. For the stats though, our Ying did a pretty good job, so did our Cassie, so did our Ceres, and so did our Barak. I'd have liked to see the Barak do a bit better damage wise, but he was holding the objective a ton. He did shield for a massive amount. He wasn't doing a bad job, but I think he could have outputted a bit more. Same thing kind of with the Ceres, but she was focusing on heals. Ying and Cassie both did fine. Overall, just a really fun game. I can't criticize anybody in that one. Their Inara did okay, probably could have done a little bit better. Their Term did pretty good. Their Damba did a really good job. Their Grok also did super solid, and so did their Makoa. Team comp, and I think playstyles there definitely put them at a bit of an advantage, but we put up a good fight for it, and overall, it was a fun match. That's really all that matters. We'll go ahead and jump into Onslaught for game 2. I think I showed off the skin relatively well. I definitely like the skin, but I don't like it as much as a lot of the other Damba ones, mainly because of the effects. I think in third person and stuff, the way the skin actually looks before you play with it looks really, really appealing, but the effects I don't really like as much. I will actually go ahead and use the Shadow Lord version of it now for game 2, just to kind of compare to see if the effects are any different, because I don't remember the effects on this one being anywhere near as kind of messy. You know, I can definitely say that was one hell of a warm-up game there for Damba. I wish I 100% focused on damage. I think I would have done a little bit better there, but the team really wanted me to do extra healing for game 2 though. We got Onslaught Performance Rise. Shoutouts to Mab King 1001. He's on Makoa. We also have a Grokkamave and a Willow, so somewhat similar to what we had there in game 1. And we're up against an Evia, Tiberius, and Io, Victor, and a Makoa, so they have a very similar thing. For the talent for game 2, I'm going to go ahead and grab Ripened Gourd, and then the Speed Setup again. Ritz Domain, Blast Fire, Street Justice, Half Shell. Okay, God's Blessing, Burst Mode, Pluck, Titan's Free, and Wormhole. So Pluck on Makoa. Okay, heal onto the Makoa. We'll throw a Q here kind of through the wall a little bit. There's a right click onto the Grok. That is the Tiberius going for the ult. I'm going to try and stun him out of it, which I guess I kind of did. There's a Q, but I'm a little bit too late to get to the Makoa, and I'm going to get an EV shot to the face. Alright, fair enough. We'll go ahead and grab some Death Rounds. I feel like my reload takes forever. Really, I'm kind of rusty playing Mal'Damba as a healer. I feel like it's been forever since I've kind of played him regularly, mainly because I used to play him so much that I got kind of bored. There goes the Eevee. We'll throw a Q just here for the Grok. It doesn't heal upwards, but it does heal downwards a little bit. That's a hook from the Makoa. I'm going to F myself this way. I think I'm still dead though. There's a Q. I'm going to try and hide a little bit. There's a stun. Pop to the F, went this way a little bit. There's a right click and a Q for these two guys. I feel like Makoa is actually kind of holding on pretty well there on his own, even though none of us are healing him. Hello, Victor. I'm just going to go in a little bit, throw my Q here, and hit you with a stun. I guess you're actually going to run. Not really what I was expecting. Okay, there's an ultimate for 2 or 3 of them. I feel that might have been a bit of a bad idea. I didn't realize we were looking so bad on the point. Really am not in too much of a good spot. There's a stun for you and a Q, but I'm dead too. The Tiberius, I was pretty much surrounded. Not much I could have done, but there's a heal onto the Willow. We did hit the Makoa already. There's another one on him. Sitting down here is actually a pretty damn good spot for me to be. I do want to try and be on the objective to get some credits. Pop the F, going to retreat a little bit. Heal for him and a Q. Am I dead or are we fine? I guess I'm up by like a tiny bit. So right click onto somebody else. If you went for the ult, but they're both still up. We'll throw a Q kind of outwards a little bit. I don't really know what Grok is doing. Don't really know what the Grok's doing. He's playing really strange. He's going for like a full heal setup. Like I said, he is babysitting the Makoa for the most part, but whenever Makoa is gone, he just doesn't really know what to do and just plays really strange. There's a heal for the Mave just about. That is the Victor going for the ult. Rip Grok. There's a heal for him. We'll go ahead and pop our ultimate, I guess. Just there. I think it does go through walls, kind of. There goes the Tiberius. I don't know if that was really worth me using my ultimate for. Just going to try my best to sit on the point and cover him, but I guess I'm dead too. The Tiberius got bursted pretty damn quick there with the combo from the two of them. We'll get some more Chronos. Throw a Q in there. That's Tiberius going for the ult. There's a heal for the Makoa. Seems like I'm pretty much always the last person to go. We did get some sort of combo on the Eevee. I'm going to go ahead and throw the ultimate down to get a couple of them. There goes the Victor. Sure, we're 200 to 350. We're getting kind of clapped. Grok went for the ultimate. There goes the IO. We just kind of pushed up. We're 150 behind. We could still recover. I threw the Q down before I got cleared. Eevee is, I think, gonna here, unless she's going to be able to juke. I guess she's fine. Never mind. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I'm pretty sure we're screwed, but I'm going to try and make my stat look good. There's a few more little heals and stuff, but there we go. There is the defeat. I feel like once again they deserve the win, although less for team comp reasons and more for just the fact that they were playing better than we were there. 058, 14k, 86k. I'm happy with how we did. I was focusing on heals and I did a good job. Grok was also focusing on heals but only had 20k, which is weird considering everything he was going for there. The Maeve had a bit of a hard time. The Makoa did okay, and our Willow also struggled there. Shoutouts to Mrs. Muffin. She said, I sucked. Sorry, there's no need to apologize. It's a casual game. If this was ranked, I still wouldn't be mad, but there's no reason to apologize for doing bad. Everybody's bad at some point. Anyway, shout out to the team. If you do bad in any of my matches, you really don't need to apologize. That's really, really silly, but for the stats on their side, the Tiberius did a really good job. Definitely carried them there. The Makoa also shredded. Their IO did a pretty good job. Their Eevee did fine, and their Victor also did okay, but definitely Tiberius there pulling the most weight. That's pretty much all I got to say. Not really anything else I can add. bad at the end. I feel like I showed the skin off pretty damn well. I do want to check real quick, are the effects any different? Because I didn't really pay attention there in that second game. Let me go ahead and just see. Now, I'm pretty sure they are the same. The Q definitely is, but as far as I can tell, they're not changed. I'm pretty sure they're the same with the recolored version. I don't think it makes that big of a difference because my rating is going to be the same. I'd give it like a solid 7.5. I'm deducting 2.5 points simply because I don't really like the effect on it, but that's the same for the standard one. I'd probably give the standard one a 7, and this one does get an extra half point, although I don't know if I should give it the extra half point because it is also an exclusive to the bounty store. Don't know if that's even something I should consider in my ratings, but visually and just how it kind of feels to play, I'd give it a 7.5. The setup worked well. Matches we had were a little bit hectic. I think if game 1 and 2 were rearranged, I probably would have been able to do better in game 2 because I haven't played Damn It in a while. I was really rusty and it felt really strange. But of course, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the Shiro skin in the comments down below. Maybe you didn't even know about it before this video, in which case I feel like you're kind of obligated to like the video because I showed you a whole new Paladin skin, although at the same time I don't feel like I should be really credited for that because it's more of a mode you're doing not a great job. Of course, I mean that as more of a joke, but in a weird way this skin is kind of like a secret Damba skin because many people don't even know it's in the game, so maybe this will help more people find it. Thank you for watching though. Like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay frosty.